Welcome to Ricky's Place. Today we're making a shrimp dish and it's going to be served on bed of rice. These are our ingredients today that we're using. We have some chopped shallots, some cilantro, some red pepper, chopped tomatoes, and we have some carcass here of lobsters and some shrimp shell, and we have our paprika and some garlic. Stuff to go with our shrimp dish today, and here we have some lobster carcasses. So I'm just going to put those into the pot, and the shell of the shrimps that we just shelled, and we're going to put these into the pot, and they're going to be sprinkling a little bit of just a pinch of paprika over the lobster carcass and the shrimp, and we're going to be adding 2 bay leaves to the pot, and a good serving of white dry wine. Just pour over it. Can I finish it? Okay, and some water. So we're going to put some water over it, and we're going to let that cook for a while, at least maybe about 20 minutes, and then we'll strain it and come back, and we'll put our sauce together for the shrimp. For our sauce now, we're using a heavy skillet pan, and we're going to put some olive oil into the pan, and then we're going to put in the red peppers in, put our shallots, we put our tomatoes in, followed by our garlic. We don't want the garlic to get burnt, so I'm just putting them on top for the beginning. And I'm going to add cilantro in. And we're going to use a little bit of paprika in there, just a little bit in there for flavoring. Black pepper. A little bit more olive oil over the top. We're going to saute that for a little bit so we can sweat the tomatoes so they will get soft, and then I'll just turn the fire down a little bit. So we let that simmer for about 5 to 6 minutes, and we'll come back to it. We've had our lobster and shrimp shells on the boil for about 15 minutes. So I'll just turn the stove down a little bit here, and I'll remove the lobster shells. I won't normally use the lobster shells. I didn't buy lobster to use. I've had this in my refrigerator for a little while. Actually, when I went to buy my shrimp at the fish market, I saw the lobster carcasses. They had removed the tails and they had them there, and I asked my fishmonger, I said, can I have those? And he said, sure. So I took them, because I was thinking if I made a stock, it would be great to have the lobster shells in there. So this dish, normally I would not put lobster shells in there, but I was able to get them, and at very, very little cost. So I got them, and that's why I'm putting them today. So we want this dish to be tasty, and extracting all the juices from the shell is a sure way to go. Now we have our liquid there, and we're going to try and reduce it to half before we add it to our base of our sauce. Okay, we have our stock here reduced to half, and I just tasted it and it's very intense flavor. So we're just going to pour it into the strainer and get all those little bits and pieces out. Well, we're about to now put our reduced stock into the base of our sauce, first sauce, and we're going to pour that in and just let it cook down. Okay, we have our sauce for our shrimp, and it's reducing. We're trying to see if we can get it to thicken a little, not too much, just a little. So now we have our shrimp, and we're going to put this together. We've taken the veins out of the shrimp. We've cleaned it nicely, and I'm just going to put some black pepper on it. I have some garlic left over, so I'm going to sprinkle some garlic over it. You can never have enough of garlic. And then I'll put some salt, a little bit of salt. We have our pan on the stove, and put a little bit of olive oil in there, a touch of butter. Now this is going to be done quickly because we don't want to overcook the shrimp, and we don't want the butter to burn. So we can just put that in there and just saute it for a little while. We're not going to cook them through completely. We just want to just get them, sear them a little bit. Turn it over. Just get a little color to it. We have garlic in there. We don't want to burn the garlic. And then we have our sauce, which is next to the shrimp. And I think our sauce has just sort of thickened enough, so we're going to pour the sauce over the shrimp. So we're going to cook this for another minute or so, and we're going to check the seasoning to see if it's seasoned to our taste, and we'll get ready to serve it.